Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Fox 23 News. I'm Nicole Menner. Jack Abraham had an unconventional journey to the Hub City. From Oxford High School to La Tech to Northwest Community College, he finally landed at Southern Miss. After Quadra Griggs and Keon Howard were no longer options, the starting quarterback job ended up in Abraham's hands. In the season opener, he threw 4 touchdowns and led Southern Miss to a 48-0 score in the third quarter before he was relieved, and his coaches got exactly what they expected from him.
I thought he played well. I did. He was. I was hoping that the game would match the practice. To be honest with you, that's your uneasiness going into a game with a guy that hadn't played, and he did what I saw at practice. He's accurate. The ball went to the right place. It was out on time. There was probably 2 communication issues through the course of the game, and it was probably more my fault than his fault. And but overall, I thought we executed pretty well with that first group, minus a couple deals.
And following their 63-6 opening win against Stephen F. Austin, MSU stays in the national rankings for the 9th straight week. The Bulldogs come in at 18th in the AP's top 25 and 18th in the Amway coaches poll. State was effective on both sides of the ball, with Keaton Thompson breaking SEC and MSU records in his second career start, while the defense finished with a school record 17 tackles for loss. The Dogs will head to Manhattan, Kansas to take on Kansas State for the first time since 1977 on Saturday. While the NFL season kicked off tonight between the Eagles and Falcons, the Saints have 3 more days until their division showdown with the Bucs. Tampa Bay's quarterback Jameis Winston will be sitting this one out due to a suspension, leaving the starting role to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Another storyline that developed this week is how the Saints have just 2 running backs on their roster as of right now. So how will these storylines impact the season opener? As for running backs, the 2017 Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara, will have to step it up big time to fill the shoes of Mark Ingram while he serves a 4-game suspension. Their number 2 option, Mike Gillislee, he totaled 383 rushing yards and 5 touchdowns last season with the Patriots. The Saints are left with just 2 running backs after Boston Scott, Trey Edmonds, and Jonathan Williams were all cut within the last week. It's unlikely that the Saints will go into Sunday's game with just 2 backs, but Coach Sean Payton has said it's a possibility. As for the Bucs offense and Ryan Fitzpatrick, the Saints aren't underestimating the 14-year vet. Fitzpatrick won 2 of his 3 starts in place of Winston last season. Tampa's passing attack ranked first in the league during the preseason, with Fitzpatrick completing 60.7%, and he was only sacked just once. Fitzgerald has faced the Saints once last season, coming in for Winston Week 8. He went 8 of 15 for 68 yards and a touchdown. Here's what the guys had to say on gearing up for game day and facing off against the Bucs.
Excited that we've gotten through an off season where I felt like we got good work in. Watch the team come together, watch some guys start to fill some roles that are going to be important for us this year. And now it's time to start to play for keeps again, which is when it gets fun.
You can't have a big head. You can't be overly confident when you talk about the NFL. This is 32 teams prized of the best people that they can find for the 53-man roster. And honestly, we don't have that much film on, Fitzpatrick in Tampa Bay and then from a little bit last year. But when you talk about what he's capable of, we know that he's always come out hot. I mean, usually, if he can start off a season, he comes out hot the first quarter. And that's all he's got to hold it down for.
I feel like they're going to come in and try to stop the run. I mean, it'll be smart. Like you said, they revamped their defensive line. We'll see. We're working on our plan. We're confident in what we're doing, so it'll be a good game.
And if you want to catch all the action, you can tune in on none other than Fox 23. Kickoff is at noon. We are certainly very excited for the season to kick off.